Hi everybody, it's Linda. Welcome back to Tips for You. Well, over the years I have mentioned that I really love perfume. And in fact, I talked about it in my 14 ways to look instantly more attractive because I think it is a way for you to look instantly more attractive. We all have a primal instinct towards scent. And several of you asked if I would do a video sharing the perfumes that I have. And I don't have a lot, but I thought it would be fun to do a perfume haul and show you what I have. And the reason I don't have a lot is because I wear fine fragrances. And they are, as you know, expensive. So I do go through a lot of investigative work before I decide to buy a perfume. I have to make sure that I love not just the top notes, but those base notes. Those base notes are really important, and I'll talk about a little bit later in the video what top notes, middle notes, or heart notes and base notes are in a perfume. And as a matter of fact, I'm going to share with you some information that I put together that I think you'll find interesting. A little walk down memory lane for all of you. I put a list together of all the perfumes that I can remember wearing, that I can remember purchasing over the years, and all the way back to my first perfume. I'll share that later in the video along with some tips on how you can make your perfume last longer. The better the quality of the perfume that you buy, the longer it will last, but you do have to take care of it. So when I buy an expensive perfume, they generally will last me quite a long time. Not only do I not have to put tons of it on to get the effect of wearing the fragrance, but they are made better. They have more expensive essential oils in them, and that's why they're expensive, because it takes a lot of effort to extract these types of essential oils from all of these flowers and woods and things, and I appreciate that, so I will pay extra for that. So without further ado, I will get into the perfumes that I have and that I absolutely love and can recommend. And I thought the first perfume that I would share with you guys would be the one that I've worn the longest. And that's kind of what I would want to know about someone, so I'll start there. And the perfume that I love, that I have worn the longest, which I can consider probably one of my most signature scents, would be Obsession by Calvin Klein. I have definitely a nose for the Calvin Klein scents. I've worn Obsession since probably 1986. So that's over 30 years. So if you can say that you can wear a perfume over 30 years, then you know what? That's a keeper. It's one of my absolute favorites. And what I realized when I was making that list is that a lot of the perfumes that I love are spicy and warm and sensual and last with you and kind of come down to a powdery, musky kind of smell. And Obsession is just that kind. It's an oriental, spicy, warm, fragrant perfume that really lasts. And I wear it a lot more in the wintertime. And at the summertime, I tend to go for a different fragrance, although I will wear this fragrance as well. And I always, by the way, keep my fragrances in their boxes because, and I will tell you that in my tips later, it keeps them away from heat and direct sunlight, so it helps them last longer. And let's see, my next most favorite scent, staple for me, is Chanel Chance, and it's the Eau Tendre. I've worn this for a very long time, probably since it came out, and I absolutely love this scent. I wear it a lot. I wear it even more frequently in the summertime, but I will still wear it all year long. It's floral, citrusy, but that's the top notes, but then it warms down to a musky, woodsy, spicy kind of scent, and I realize that's what I do love. I love those spicy, woodsy, green, juicy kind of scents. This has grapefruit in the top notes, and I think that is something that when I do wear one of those more florally scents, I will tend to go towards something that has mandarin orange, grapefruit, lemon. It's clean, it's vibrant, but then it's warmed with the base notes being musky and woody, amber, things that really stay with you and turn powdery. And that's what I find that I really like. Okay, so Chanel Chance, that's another one. Okay, so the rest of them are not going to be in any particular order. I just shared those two with you. I've got almost nothing left of the original Chanel Chance. I think that's a great one too. Again, same type of bouquet with the warm, spicy, floral, woodsy kind of smell that the Chanel line. I love Chanel. As a matter of fact, Chanel number 5 was the very first perfume, fine fragrance that I purchased. And I was 16 years old and I had gotten my first job, and I thought, I'm going to buy myself a really sophisticated and elegant perfume, and that's where I started, Chanel number 5. I can't remember how I decided upon that, but it led me into a love affair with Chanel, and you'll see in my list of perfumes. So, I also have and wear Chanel Coco Mademoiselle. I love this fragrance. Beautiful. I just love, again, the Chanels. It has an enormous amount of notes. To me, it's a spicy scent with floral undertones. I get a lot of compliments when I wear it. As a matter of fact, that's actually how I find the perfumes for me to wear. If I really love a smell, I will literally walk up to someone and say, what are you wearing? And hopefully they remember what they put on in the morning and they'll tell me. So I will go to Macy's, my department store of choice all the time. I'll go to Macy's and I will spritz them on. I'll wear it shopping, and then I'll come home and I'll see, will I go back to that piece of clothing and still love that smell? How does it wear on me? How do those base notes emerge? Because they do emerge differently on everyone. Everyone's chemistry is different. So you have to try them and you have to wear them for a while, because it is an investment. A lot of these perfumes are like $100 a bottle. So, I don't just want to buy one and say, oh my gosh, I don't like it. Look how, it's offensive after a number of hours. So just keep that in mind. And let's see. Going back to Calvin Klein, I wear, I have the Euphoria and the Euphoria Forbidden. So I love Euphoria and I love the Euphoria Forbidden. They're both, this one, Euphoria Forbidden, the Euphorias are sweeter. I also love sweet, but it can't be too sweet. But this has a nice combination of sweet and floral. But then it comes down to a spicy, woodsy kind of a smell. That's where I love it most. I love the fragrances that I wear most when they get to the middle and end notes. When I first put them on, you get that blast of aroma that does last you for about an hour or so. It's the top notes, it's what you notice. But then after about an hour, you get into that area where you get the middle notes, and that lasts for about 2 to 4 hours. But it's the base notes that will linger and last for the entire day and into the night. And that's where I want to buy my perfume. I need to love those base notes. And the top notes cannot be offensive for me. I noticed that I really don't have any full florals, complete florals on my list. I find that they're too strong for me. Most of my florals have a spicy, woodsy element to them that they wear down to, and that's what I love. Okay, moving on. I have Calvin Klein's Eternity. Eternity smells like roses to me. It's very floral. It has a lot of flowers in it. I think it has freesia in it, lilies of the valley. It's very bold, but it does wear down to a spicy, woodsy type of a smell. It has sandalwood in it and patchouli and musk. So a lot of the fragrances that I love have musk in them. And, don't worry, by the way, if you're vegan and you're concerned about musk, because it used to be that musk came from glands of a deer. They would have to slaughter the deer to take the glands to get the musk scent. But That does not happen anymore, and they use synthetic musk now. So it's not to be worried about if you want to buy a perfume that has musk in it. It's one of the notes that they usually do use in the base notes because they do last a long time. There's very few things that they can put into perfumes that will last and last. And it does emerge later on in the fragrance and rise to the surface. You know, Eternity is great if you like a more floral burst. I mean, it is a very energizing scent. Really wakes you up. I think it's great if you love florals. I get a lot of compliments when I wear it. People do these perfumes, the Calvin Klein's Obsession, the Eternities, the Chanel's, they never go out of style. You can always wear them and just know that you are going to smell wonderful, that you smell elegant, that you smell expensive, that you, it brings about a confidence of beauty that, I mean, I can't put it into words, but I am someone who notices smell. I have a very sensitive nose. And it is really the first thing I notice about someone, and it's almost a compatibility thing for me too. Because if I find what you're wearing to be offensive, I almost feel I can't relate in some way because I'm too busy being offended by the smell. If that makes sense to you. Okay, so as you can see, I mean, I don't have too many. And you know, I'm still working on, okay, before I get to my last one, and I put the tester in here so that I wouldn't forget to mention it. Black Opium by Yves Saint Laurent. I love Black Opium. It's very sweet, but it has a spiciness. I just finished it this like early spring. I finished my bottle, and normally when I finish a perfume bottle, I will place that empty bottle into one of my drawers to make my clothing smell nice. And unfortunately, when I was going to do this video, I went looking for it, but I can't find it. And I looked everywhere. I went rummaging through the drawers that I thought it would be in. I really just don't know where it is. I'm going to rebuy my Black Opium. I absolutely love that fragrance. I love the warmth and the spicy sweetness that it has. It's got a lot of vanilla undertones. When it wears down to a vanilla undertone, and the vanilla stays pretty strong. So if you're someone that likes vanilla, I think you will really love Black Opium if you wanted to give that one a try. It came out like a few years ago, like 2014, so it's relatively new. And it's taken me all this time to get through the bottle. Oh my gosh, I almost forgot one other fragrance that I just finished after having it for quite a few years. It is and I don't have the bottle. I was looking for this one too in my drawers, and maybe I discarded it, but it's the Ralph Lauren Blue. I love the Ralph Lauren Blue. It's got gardenias in it, and you can smell it. I mean, but there again, it wears down to that woodsy, spicy smell, amber, a richness that stays with you. Oh, I love the Ralph Lauren Blue. I tend to wear that a lot in the spring and summer months, but it's great for the winter months too. I can highly recommend that scent if you're looking for something with a heavier floral scent to it. But you know, gardenias are very rare. Not a lot of perfumes have gardenia in it, and that is one of them that does. So if you're a fan of gardenia, you will love the Ralph Lauren Blue. And my final fragrance that I want to share with you, and I don't know if you guys do this, but I will actually wear men's fragrances sometimes.
What?
Occasionally I come upon one that I absolutely love. I've always loved Polo, and I can remember I bought Polo, Ralph Lauren Polo. Polo was the very first fragrance created by Ralph Lauren. It's a men's fragrance, and I absolutely loved it when it came out. And this was back in the 80s. And I remembered buying it for a boyfriend, and then every time I was at his home, I would wear it because I so much loved it. But I did buy one, and I've bought it several times. I've gone through them, and I'm going to share it with you. Don't laugh, okay? But this is my male scent, but I think it's androgynous. I think both men and women can wear it. They make it for women too, but I really just prefer the man's scent. And It's the Abercrombie & Fitch Fierce. I love this scent. It's the one that has the shirtless man on the box, and I've worn it for years. I absolutely love the spicy, strong, like male, woodsy smell of it. And believe it or not, ladies, I get so many compliments from women when I wear this. So this fragrance is wonderful. Next time you're in Abercrombie & Fitch, I love Abercrombie & Fitch. It's one of my favorite stores. Take a whiff of this perfume. Let me know what you think. And I hope you'll share below in the comments some of your favorite perfumes over the years, because I would really love to know. I'm always looking for new fragrances and new ideas and new stuff to try, because I am such a connoisseur of fine fragrances. I just absolutely love it. So anyway, that is my androgynous male or female scent, because I think women can wear it too. And I'm curious to know what you think, so let me know. And now I'm going to share with you my list of fine fragrances, your blast from the past. Let me know what you think. Let me know below if you've worn any of them. It's quite extensive. When I looked at the list, I was like, wow, I really spent a lot of money over the years on perfume. But I mean, I just love them. So, you know, we all have our thing. So here it is. Here are my favorite fragrances over the years. And I'm not going to include the fragrances I already talked about earlier in the video. These are the rest of them. And the very first perfume I ever wore was Love's Baby Soft. Well, that list was 35 fragrances, and if you add the 10 that I covered in the beginning of this video, you'll have 45 fragrances. And that doesn't even include the fact that I've bought many of these perfumes more than once. Now, a couple of tips if you want your perfumes to last a long time. Fine fragrances will last years if you take care of them. I once had a bottle of perfume last me nearly 10 years without spoiling. It smelled just as good as the day I purchased it, but you have to be really careful with where you keep them. Do not ever keep them in a bathroom. Don't keep them in any humid or bright sunlit area. So don't keep them on your dresser. The best place to keep them is in a dark drawer or a dark closet away from any heat or light or sunlight. If you notice that your bottle of fragrance has thickened, changed color, for example, it gets yellower or darker, or it smells unappealing to you, then it should be discarded. Now I want to share a few important purchasing tips with you to make sure that you always buy an authentic bottle of perfume. It's best to buy your perfume from a store, a department store or a store that you can trust, where the plastic wrap is around the box so you know you're getting an unopened box of perfume. Now you can buy your perfume online, but I recommend that you buy it directly from the designer's website or from a store that you trust. Be very careful if you decide to purchase perfume on eBay or on Amazon. I have tried that in the past as a way to save money, and I have been very disappointed. The fragrance did not smell the same, and with a little research, I discovered that there are counterfeit fragrances being sold all the time. So beware, because who knows what ingredients are in it, because it certainly did not smell like the original fragrance. Okay, well, I hope you really enjoyed this video. I had a lot of fun just thinking about the perfumes and what I've worn and wanting to share it with you all. And if you do like this video, please give it a thumbs up and share it with a friend. And if you're new to my channel, please subscribe because I have a lot more to come. Lots of interesting topics that I share, always with your best interests in mind. And please visit me on my blog spot where I do a lot of writing. And I'm also on Facebook and Twitter and Instagram so we can stay connected there as well. Okay, well, thanks so much for viewing. Bye-bye now.